lakad matatas!
Normally. Playing mid-alk, and of course, mid-alk versus a hero like the Tusk that just simply nukes in the creep waves. That still doesn't happen, but only if they hit on the rune, and Sacred might get bullied away, and the stun does land, but Moose does not want to skill uplift, and he will, and will they get the kill? Now they need the kill.
Can't afford to miss now. Where's the damage? There it is. Speed
slowed down, but ooh, a lot of damage. DNM trading out pretty nicely into Schofield there.
They are poking and prodding across the other two lanes, AT, but this is a brawl up top. As K1, well, it's a brawl down bot too, apparently. All of this sort of early fighting from DNM has come at the expense of his last hit count in the first few minutes here. He's not even at double digits yet, and he's actually just going to die here. Schofield gets in with level 3, has the second point up in the hammer, and well, AB1 was going for the pull, and while he's out of lane for just that narrow window, they're able to strike.
Yeah, and this is the problem.
K1's got to fall back in the bottom lane.
Yeah, just a little bit of a collapse, and of course, knowing that the Alk isn't the strongest hero, it's just a real nice little play from Kits that puts pressure elsewhere on the map. And that's before he hits level 6 as well, so now Kits has the punch. He can just start going to work here on Dark Mago if he wants to, but look at this. Even Glyphs his own wave, just continue to do damage, and now Dark Mago, oh, are you dead again? This is a, oh, that's a rough one.
Schofield again, well, not Schofield, it was Stinger last time, but another support TP's in after the fact. He'll be able to soak up some experience, if nothing else, but let's cue up the Jaws theme. He is on the hunt, and Speed is just baiting them forward a little bit. I don't think they want Stinger again, but it's the easier kill. They're just going to go in for it quickly, and they do manage to pick it up. Moose, though, will he be able to survive? Speed not able to heal him up, so they do lose one, and now the kiss is coming in. Well, Speed might actually go down here, and okay.
Has a level 4 Scatterblast, and the supports are here, but the supports aren't level 6 yet. Schofield will get that off the Tome, and Soul Guardian's finally available, but they missed out on their play.
Yeah. It just feels like that's been the theme of this game really a lot of the way through. The supports get there, but not in time to really have the impact that they need, so I don't know. The instinct is good from the supports, the timing's just the thing that's kind of off. Is Schofield gonna get himself into some trouble. There's the lift into the snowball, into the punch, quick and easy kill. Stinger makes his way over with the Ice Path, and Sacred did TP in. They're gonna go for the kisses, looking for the Rubik kill, and while they get it, they will lose their tower, and now Kits, well, he scouted out Sacred, but he realizes, I don't know if I have the health to take this fight. Now, though, with Speed to back him up, they're looking for something. Can they get another ability up? Eh, not really. Speed, though, going to do his best to keep Sacred in position, so that buys the time for the cooldown. Sacred, though, getting some help from the... Oh, well, he got a little bit of help from the Solar Guardian, but they do dodge most of it. Kits, though, does still go down in the end. But it looks like Speed may just walk out of here, or maybe not. He's turning around. He wants the fight, and Schofield, do you have enough damage? No, you don't. This is unfortunate. Here comes Dark Mago.
Tank quite a bit of damage here, but again, a play that is trying to connect, and there you go. The Ice Path, that's what's important with the Flop Solar Guardian. No way for AB1 to save his mid laner, and that is a mistake from Kits.
Gets a little bit too far forward, forgets about the Solar Guardian, but they're going to look for a little bit more. They're in onto AB1. Moose is trying to dish out some damage, but I don't know about this, but with Speed coming in, okay, all of a sudden, it gets a little bit more complicated. K1's in some trouble. The telekinesis is actually canceled by the cookie, so they still get him away, but not far enough. Speed, able to find the kill. Now he's looking to take on a fight against Sacred. Meanwhile, over to the west, AB1 still dancing. I think he is going to die to some DOT here. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, he does go down. Speed falls as well. Somewhere is only slightly helpful. They do need to actually track him down, or might just look for a fight in the middle lane. Both the supports are here, so they're going to try and push their way in. Schofield taken down right away, but on the backline, AB1, he's attracting attention, but maybe not in the way he wanted. He's going to get taken down, and Dark Mago, he TP's in. There's the concoction, hitting up Kiss. The Mortimer Kiss is coming through as well. Speed's heal is helpful, but not enough. And 5RAT, yeah, they're starting to lose their edge a little bit here. Now that Dark Mago is getting more involved, they're in some serious trouble, and Speed, he's just going to get run down. Pops the Flesh Golem. Don't know how much that's going to really help him, though. It doesn't make him tanky enough to live. I don't know. That is still one thing for Dark Mago. He is very strong right now, but if you can catch him before his BKB activates, and if you can catch him maybe when the cooldown is up for Chemical Rage, you have an opening. But right now, the opening is in the river. Schofield does get stunned immediately by the Carapace, but it just doesn't matter. They've got the numbers to overpower those defenses. But they take down Speed, and now the Nyx Assassin is on the run as well. He's not going to make it out. Easiest possible kill here. They will be able to get it. But now, how do they deal with this? Dark Mago's coming in. Does DNM go for the song? Not yet. Faking it out a bit. Waiting to see if he has a better opportunity. And there it is. It's going to cancel out the kisses immediately. They catch K1 in it as well. They'll drop a tombstone, and now they can decide. Do we want to go back in? Looks like for now they do, but there's that BKB. Dark Mago wants to fight. AB1 taken down right away. Kits, meanwhile, well, he snowballs in, but he snowballs into the Wukong's command. Now he's stunned up by the cookie. And Kits, I mean, he's just straight up dead. Sacred takes him down over to the east. Well, Dark Mago is now starting to get into a little bit of trouble, but there's the Solar Guardian. Schofield comes in, resets the fight. DNM, he's got to run. No Manta, no Song, no backup other than, well, I guess a stolen Solar Guardian. That does allow DNM to get out, but Moose had to sacrifice himself for that play. I suppose they do get the Dark Mago kill as well, so that is going to be slightly worthwhile. As, oh my god, Moose. He buys back. They're going to look to go back in. Do they have any cancel for Schofield's TP, though? No, they don't. And they don't have the means to catch up to Sacred, so obviously it wasn't super important for the kill onto the Monkey, but going to help the Roche attempt. And if the BKBs don't come out preemptively for Beast Coast, all of a sudden, oh, their whole lineup may not have that armor advantage that they were sort of used to as Dark Mago. Okay, he is going to push his way in here. Solar Guardian comes out as well, but there's the song. Kit's not going to go down just yet. They're trying to heal him up. They want to stick around for the fight. AB1 looking for the stuns, but there's the BKBs. Dark Mago and Sacred both go in, but they haven't actually taken anyone out just yet. Kit's able to get, well, enough time there. As his Aegis will expire, but he's back up. He's looking for the fight. They get the stun onto Dark Mago. He is running out of time on his Chemical Rage. They need to bring the reinforcements, but K1, he's here. There's going to be the stun into the Wukong's command. AB1 and Speed both dead. Kit's now in some trouble. Already used the Aegis. Can't afford to go down again. I don't know if he gets away here. K1 is chasing. Dark Mago blinks in, gets the stun. Kits goes down. And 5RAT just tried to do a little bit too much there on the secondary fight to keep the fights going, and so far they have. So they haven't really been punished too heavily, although K1, that's not where you want to be. He's going to get stunned up. Snowball's coming in. Can he pop his... Actually, he can't. His BKB's still on cooldown for 15, so they're going to find the kill. The kisses are flying through, however, and Kits is going to get stunned up. And, well, there was back to the warning that we were giving a little while back, right? You need to make sure that that hero's actually alone.
Closer this time.
This would be a rather sizable engagement, and Dark Mago is able to upgrade his Basher into a full-on Abyssal, but they're just going to try and take him down right away. Do they have enough, though? Yes, they do. Dark Mago is dead, but K1, he got off the Wukong's command, but now here comes the song. The BKBs will start to wear off here, and they're getting locked down. 5RAT, what's the play? The Wukong's command is going to dissipate as well, and now they're moving in. Kit snowballs his way onto Stinger, not going to be able to find the kill immediately. And they're really not getting too much out of this. Stinger does end up going down, but DNM's got to catch somebody. He's got the ensnare. Sacred, in trouble, lifted up, pulled back, and they do finish him off, so... A very...
To defend this mid-wave, ideally it would be the Monkey King, but that's where Beast Coast and making their own move are putting themselves out of the danger zone.
Yeah, under normal circumstances, you would think not dealing with that creep wave is a little bit of a risk, but it would be an even bigger risk to send someone back. Speaking of risk, though, Stinger, he is in some trouble. There's going to be no defensive play, though. AB1 pops in with the Carapace, so there is no Solar Guardian, but they do still manage to get off the Wukong's command, but there's the song. That's going to reset the fight. They do take down the Tombstone before their BKBs wear off, but they will wear off, and now how do they respond? Ice Path getting thrown down. They're going to lock up Sacred. They finish him off first. No, they don't. There we go. They will get him. Now they're on to Dark Mago as well. Alchemist in some trouble. Needs backup. K1 trying to push in. Desperately attempting to save this Alchemist, but they cannot do it. They can't even kill Speed just yet. They'll finally bring him down, but that buys time for Kits to blink back in. K1 falls. Schofield dead as well. And Beast Coast fight, and now he'll have even more durability as long as he's in the song's radius.
Yeah, and now walking towards the high ground
K1.
vision. And the Monkey, no!
And there goes the Solar Guardian. It's canceled immediately. Dark Mago tried to get in on the back line, but the hammer has no anvil. It's just him alone. He'll kill Rubik potentially? No, he won't. Moose is able to get himself away, and now here come the roots. Here come the stuns. Dark Mago is entirely by himself, but he's not dead yet. Still trying to fight. Still looking for anything. That is not ideal. Self-stun into death. Stinger will go down now as well. Beast Coast, I mean... Schofield to get cleaned up as well, and there's your GG. Beast Coast. Oh, boy. They are going to be unbelievably upset with themselves after this one, but credit where credit is due, ET. 5RAT just kept hanging on until the absolute moment. Just going to have to balance on that knife edge for long enough to get the win here, as we are going to be
taking a lot of damage, but trying to continue the stacks up. And Kits, did you make a mistake here? It's going to be close, but I think Kits dead to rights. Dark Mego does trade his life, but got the first blood.
to get in there for the kill. Speaking of potential kills, though, K1 pushed back under his tower in the bottom lane, but it looks like he's going to be... Dark Mego still chases. Yeah, Speed doesn't have any sort of heal coming out, and now the lasso will be deployed. He's looking to make it a double kill, should be able to find it.
And that's why Dark Mego gets the 0 ban versus him. They do get a kill. Kits is able to fight for his rune, doesn't have a bottle still, but is able to kill Stinger for just being too close to him. But that's why you give the man his bat. Now he's only 1,000 gold away from his boots of travel. It's where those rotations, Dark Mego is so good at realizing when and where that punishment is to come.
More slow than you were previously used to, but on the other side of the map, another rotation in. K1 got into trouble a second time and does actually double back when he probably shouldn't have. So Speed will kill him, but Dark Mego's there to clean up the kill.
Yeah, it's where I don't know if they need a ward behind the tower or in the lane, but...
Here, he's just going to follow the trail. They get down the searing chains. There's another bushwhack pulling him in, and the bat is going to get punished. This lane swap, well, I'm not going to say it's a bad idea, but at least initially it does get beaten out a little bit.
Yep.
They think it's maybe just the Naga Siren farming. It's going to be the former, and that's the right choice.
Oh, and now Speed, he's got Golem in one, and this could be the bait, but let's see. And Dark Mego, he's been baited in. Perfect rotation, and that's where your Hoodwink got the tome, has the sharpshooter. Perfect from 5RAT. Great response. Great way to turn that botched smoke play top into an actual response. Just not slow at all. Now, Sacred got the onslaught canceled. And Kits, I don't think he dies here. Ooh, but the stolen bushwhack, making it close.
He's going to be able to jump away, but he wants to go back in. That's a very greedy move, but it is going to work out for him. Speed comes over, hits him with the heal, and now Stinger. Oh. Stinger, you're too far forward. No way back in. That bushwhack, what is that range? That's a little unfair, but he's going to be able to connect, and now Schofield...
Uh-oh.
And he do this. He's turning around. There's that bushwhack again. Dark Mego TPs to the creep wave, and Speed ran out of time on his golem. Turns around and says, you know what, Schofield, I've had enough of you. Just be able to make a play onto the bat. That's exactly what they want to do. Kits is going to push his way forward. They get the searing chains down, but the hookshot from Stinger is going to disrupt this, but the bushwhack is still there. Into the sharpshooter and Moose. Oh, we were just talking about the performance we come to expect from him. He was absolutely ready to make sure that bat could not move.
No, just fantastic play. Wasn't able to get in front of the sharpshooter either, but even then, I think that it was just too clean, too quick.
Overall, for 5RAT, not too bad. This is going to be a little bit dicey, though. Moose, can he somehow get himself out of this? No, he can't. Flame Break's going to take him down. DNM just popped the song, and that will hit onto nobody, but Hits comes in. They do get the Searing Chains onto Sacred. Opted not to use the Lotus Orb immediately. Now he'll pop it. He's going to go for the Pulverize, but there's going to be the Global Silence, shutting it down. Dark Mego, though, has his BKB pushing in. Does he go for the Lasso? Not yet. There it is. Lasso comes out. They'll pull Speed away. They're going to get him into the Blood Right. No, they're not. They don't actually keep him locked down long enough. And at this point, I don't know if they really can afford to keep this fight going. Dark Mego's just going to look for the TP away, but Kits is going to rejoin the engagement. They're going to punish Schofield as best as they can. And that time around...
I think we might just be stuck waiting for a good few minutes here.
Now, Speed was able to get his hands on a Lotus Orb as well, so both offlaners kind of thinking along similar lines here as Schofield... He's going to get himself picked off. However, Kits, he's in some trouble. The Lotus, did it actually reflect the Rupture? It did, so K1's got to be kind of careful here pushing his way forward. But they were at least able to make that a trade. Kits does get taken down, but now the song comes into play. There is a very low health Bloodseeker who is just absolutely dead to rights. They'll take him down. They're going to look for Sacred as well. He's able to... Well, no, he's not able to do much. He popped the Uproar initially, but there's just too much lockdown.
I don't think they should be able to turn this into Roche, and maybe 5RAT tempt it, but there isn't that much golem shot for another 30 seconds. And 5RAT say, okay, we can smoke up. We can look for maybe another BKB. Has to be from the trees, and they got him. It needs to be quicker, but Oh, he's so low, and that's the Hoodwink hero. Just pretty much kills you 100-0. Moose is going to lose his life, probably, but
Global is
there's
going to
Global.
cancel the Pulverize. He's going to Lotus it off immediately, but now he's still surrounded by enemies. The Bushwhack doesn't care about your Lotus Orb. Sacred gets himself taken down. That's rough, but I mean, listen. It's about that time. It's time to praise Moose again. He does 90% of the damage on the first kill, and then helps keep the lockdown in place for the second. Gonna drop it down now. But at this point, this just isn't really going well. They're still not taking any sort of definitive step forward. In fact, they're all retreating. And Stinger's just going to get taken down. A tower falls. I think maybe that was the tier 1 top while all of that happens. So you can't fault them, ET, for the thought process, right? There's no song, there's no global. Let's try and make something happen. But now we come back to that damage question, because the lockdown was there. They just can't actually kill anyone.
Oh, and then great force staff from Schofield, which should result in him being able to walk this one out, but trying for it and with the chains, and doesn't even need it because Muse is just that good. But they still aren't finding their way onto these targets, and I think that's where, again, simply a Blink Dagger might be your answer. At least Sacred now has a BKB, so he can afford to casually put his Lotus Orb out there and then still play for his own game, but just feels like 5RAT are still successfully getting away with what should be a weaker lineup. And they're fighting mid. There's no BKB on the Ember, so Speed needs some help, but he's got a Lotus Orb to play for.
They're just not doing enough damage. Speed's going to heal himself up. Stinger goes down. Dark Mago's already lost 2/3 of his HP, so with his BKB still ticking, he's got to fall back. And they just ruptured Speed. He doesn't care about that. He's just going to sit there and wait. While K1, you already used all your magic immunity. He will be taken down. Lasso, though, did catch Kits, and they will be able to kill him. So at least they get that, but what's the cost going to be in the end? They are chasing after Sacred, getting into the base, going to hit him up with the Ensnare. And Moose will take him down and just...
But I don't know if he's that fast.
There's the silence, there's the root. The flame break, though, is actually going to push him back, but over behind the tower, Kits is going to work, and he's got a DD room. They're going to be able to take down Stinger. They spot K1 cutting through the trees with the tombstone, and they will get this kill. K1 taken down. At least Dark Mega will get away, but just relentless at this point for 5RAT. They push top, 2 heroes TP out, so they say, okay, now we just go bot, and we still get to force our fight.
Yeah, sure. You got the Hoodwink
there, so Moose has to chill for a second, but his teammates are pushing their way forward, trying to create the space for him. The Rubik, though, just jumped in with the remnants that he had stolen, so he creates a little bit of a distraction, but it's not what they wanted. Dark Mago jumped in, popped the refresher, but didn't get the initiation, and now the song, that's going to break this one up. 4 heroes caught in it. They're going to look for the silence onto Schofield first. Not able to actually bring him down, though, so 5RAT's damage is not as focused as it needs to be, and K1 is going to try to take advantage of it. Pops the BKB, goes in onto AB1. Able to find that kill, but now can he make a clean getaway? Not 100% sure. He's getting slowed up a little bit, but the Sleight of Fist into the Searing Chains actually didn't catch him out initially. They're still chasing, but he's going to be able to pop the Manta, so he is out of the fight. Sacred, can he TP out? No, he can't. Moose is going to snipe him out with the Sharpshooter, so... ET, at the end of all of that, Schofield dies, Sacred goes down. They trade those two out for AB1, but...
The most annoying part is just that now the Ember Spirit is just a bot that's going to follow you around, so he can't deal with the split push that he really would like to. As, okay, Kits finds a play on the Stinger, but there's the lasso. They find the Hoodwink early, and then this team fight just looks like they're not set up enough. The Naga is going to try to get speed out, but it's time to go, probably. He's looking to fight, though.
They're setting up like they want the engagement. Gonna take down Stinger. Meanwhile, K1 pops the Manta to get out of the root. Dark Mago, though, I mean, he's got the refresher. He could try for another round of fighting here, but it looks like it's just going to be Beast Coast who back themselves away. So, turns into a support trade-off. You did not have to use the orb, so he keeps that off of its...
Find any building damage, and Aegis is gone. This has been their 3 minutes, and Dark Mago out of the base, and he finds it with the Ags. He gets 2. He gets both of them, and Kits... Well, he's got BKB, but this is bad.
They're going to try to hunt down Dark Mago, but DNM realizes he's not going to catch up, so... TP back to base, and... Well, that's not too bad, right? Only Moose goes down. It could have been Kits' Ember getting picked off as well, so... I think they'll be...
But the Beast Coast are now kind of out 5-ratting 5RAT. They've got the gold lead back. They're pushing on the waves. They're actually getting tower damage done. It's where... Really, the rest of 5RAT's heroes aren't really capable of pushing those waves. That's a great jump, though, and Kector Oh, he's so close to going down, and he's walking, but he's got another BKB if he needs, and he'll do it, but no mana.
He is caught. Can they take him down quickly enough? Oh, hold on, a stolen song. It didn't last very long, but the fight is going to break out. Sacred gets in, pulverize onto Speed. The Lotus Orbs are reflecting all of these spells, though. The global does come through, but Speed gets taken down. Now the Naga Siren getting hit up. No way back out. He's just going to hold his ground, and he's not going to be able to do it. The DNM goes down. Speed falls as well. Both heroes have buybacks, but look at the way Dark Mago's playing forward. He's able to get the lasso. They're going to catch out AB1. AB1 has his buyback as well, so he could rejoin this engagement. And if you're Beast Coast, you really do need to get yourself out of here because they used just about all of their resources the first time around.
Yeah, both refreshers, really every ultimate ward here. They're trying to abuse the vision, but Beast Coast simply say that, well, our wards are for everything else. And look at that, unfortunate, trying to get the bushwhack onto the hoodwink. It doesn't work, and this is DNM. If he goes down now, that might just be the game. He's got one manta, one song, but he's not going to survive this.
Double kill for K1. Dark Mago's going to push forward. They're looking for more. He's going to refresh, looking for another lasso onto Speed, locks him down, and there's your GG. 5RAT. Oh, this really is not the way that they wanted this to go. They had some momentum on their side, and just a casual pause into a reconnect to try and deal with some lag ends up just... apparently the GG. What a scuffed game this is, but there we go. K1 will buy a Deso. They'll just try to go to work on the objectives, and 5RAT won't really contest them. So yeah, this is one of the dumbest ways I've ever seen a Dota game end, but yeah, the game quite literally broke. Kits wasn't allowed back in, the GG doesn't work, and at least Beast Coast are able to finish things off eventually, but you'd see we're going to a third game, just not in the way that I think either team really would have wanted.
No, definitely not. Even though it's impossible to say, and that's really the thing that sucks the most, is it not only discredits what could have been 5RAT's win, but it also discredits Beast.
Initiation. He doesn't really have to bear as much of the burden of actually doing damage, which is where he's in his best position.
From 5RAT, but we'll have to see now as Hector
Can they do this?
Dangerously close.
We're gonna give it a go either way. A lot of damage. Oh, the arrow. Okay, well, they can certainly do it. Exactly are you getting out of this one? He's got a TP. If he could find just a little bit of space in the tree line, maybe he could give it an attempt. Okay, what says, you know what, enough of this. I'm out of here. You guys handle it. And I think they're gonna get it.
Miss creeps, but yeah, Mirana's definitely dead to rights. Interesting. I guess assuming that Schofield is on his way and doesn't want to get his TP broken, just knowing that the Clockwork's eventually going to catch up to him, but yeah.
Interesting play. They have left Speed just about on his own here in the lane, while Moose is honestly jungling at level 1, so, well, as long as Speed doesn't get punished, then this play looks just fine. As speaking of punishment, well, down bot, things are not looking great. AB1 gets taken down. DNM is unbelievably far forward as well, so Schofield, well, you know, I said before, unless someone's not paying attention, he's not likely to get a play going, but so that was where things get concerning. This is Moose rotating bot. They're going to look to make a play here. No one can step in front of that arrow, so Sacred is going to get himself taken down, and, well, yeah, Schofield gets stunned, but he should be able to fall back. But this is where Moose's previous play kind of comes into effect, right? You taught a behavior. They got used to Moose just not being in lane, and they figured he's still out there somewhere farming. Instead, he rotates in, and they find a pretty big kill.
A lot of good damage. You will have to either go back to base or just kind of sit back and wait for his bottle to heal him up. And then Stinger shows up, but okay, both supports now. They say we're not going to get out-rotated in Game 3. But
well, the
glimpse. Really the glimpse.
This is, I don't know if this is great, because, yeah, Dark Mago comes back in. He's going to get punished for it. They find the kill on the Moose, but they're going to lose more. Schofield caught by the Ice Path. Little bit more damage. Kits, does he have shards? Not for 7, but the DOT will do it. AB1 gets in there for the kill, and that just feels like they force themselves into a play. The supports make a good rotation, and Dark Mago gets away. That honestly should have just been the end of it, and they get a little bit greedy, they go back in, and they end up losing.
No, and not done. Dark Mago, he's in behind. They were very aware of that Remnant, but with the piecemeal build, Stinger's just going to go down. Just no damage from the Ember and no quick damage, and maybe he gets a trade onto AB1. But this is one of the downsides of Dark Mago's skill build. Early, until he has those higher levels, just that isn't great at one single thing.
And as crazy as that reinitiation mid is, ET, we also need to point out, and Kits is looking for an engagement here. Speed doesn't have shapeshift though, so he really won't be able to help, and yeah, they're just gonna have to get themselves out. Moose will fall, but his sacrifice allows Kits to get away. Speed did get some damage onto the tower, but not enough to truly threaten it.
Yeah,
Schofield
and
though.
to get this dive, they know he TP'd in, so there's no real place for him to go. They are trying to bring the Ember yet again, but I feel like this is just too long of a TP. This light's coming through, but they're trying to get the Weaver involved as well. And do they get the kill? Kits, but there's a shapeshifted, very angry Wolf here.
Snowball's back up. He's going to take some time to reposition while Speed does some damage. They take Singer out. The arrow! It gets him on the back end. He didn't see it coming.
Oh no, and there's a punch.
And now Sacred's going to get taken. Ooh, not quite yet. Okay, the time lapse is useful. But will it be enough? He is on the run. Shikushi giving him some extra movement, but that is a very angry Wolf behind you. And he is still going to go down, so... Beast Coast, unfortunately...
A 13-minute Helm of the Overlord, in which then 5RAT will just swing for that Roche way sooner than they have in the rest of the game. This is that rotation, though, and now Speed can't TP out just yet, and now he would be able to TP out, but he is stuck, and they do cast pretty much every ultimate onto him, and he's going to maybe get a trade on a Schofield, but that's the play that needed to be made. And Singer, well, he might also die too.
It's one Sacred. Oh, that's a problem. Now, if it had just been the supports, we're looking at a pretty solid trade, but with the loss of Sacred and, honestly, maybe Dark Mago, he jumps back to the Remnant, but Kits, he doesn't have any spells. If he had something, that could have been even worse, but...
This is damage that really shouldn't land, but they're going to start coming in. The Alk is getting involved before BKB. This is a dangerous moment, but do they just run? They're trying to.
Stable Concoction hits, but there's going to be the Moonlight Shadow. They get to decide, do they want to go back in? They see an opportunity, they're going to spot Schofield first. The Cogs do push him back. That Static Storm, though, that is not well placed. It's going to keep Schofield alive, maybe. No, it's not. The arrow still hits him, and this fight's getting very awkward. Ice Path going to get thrown down. They're able to lock up the Ember Spirit, but AB1's the only one actually doing any damage. The rest of the lineup has chosen to retreat. Speed, though, still being chased. There's going to be the Searing Chains. That takes all the time out from... oh boy. From his Shapeshift. Can they actually finish him off, though? The DOT may be enough, and it will be. And now if you're DNM... who do you focus on? Arrow will connect. They're going to hit up Sacred. They get the punch. They get the kill. They take down Stinger. They've got the Snowball now into Dark Mago. Can he jump to the Remnant? Yes, he can. But he's still got hit by an Urn Charge there, so he's not making a clean getaway just yet.
He's not out of dodge.
He doesn't have Remnants anymore. Kits is going to catch him. The Ensnare comes through first. Unstable Concoction, though, does stun up 2. Will that be enough? He's got the Sleight of Fist. The punch, though, is going to knock him into the air. He is so unbelievably low in AB1. Well, back from the grave, hits the Ice Path, and they find the kill.
Yeah, and now the moment the Beast Coast would have wanted to fight and contest, and they even are kind of lurching closer with this BKB, it's not going to make it. And Schofield gets his hook block. They have to settle for the kill onto Moose, even though they're certainly going to have to work for it a little bit more, but they're going to lose Schofield's life, and the Aegis gets claimed.
This is not the fight that they want. Now they're stuck in it. There's going to be the Song being deployed. Not lasting very long, though, because at this point they kind of realize, yeah, we just want to get back into the engagement. They'll take Schofield out. BKB, though, activated by K1, so the Ice Path is not going to lock him up. He's able to get onto AB1. So that's both of the supports being taken down, but now... well, now they need more. They're trying to get the Aegis out of Kits' hands. They will be able to do so. But look at Speed pushing in. Honestly, not doing as much damage as he needs to, though. Speed may actually go down. Dark Mago is going to be able to get him. Kits, though, did help finish off the kill onto Sacred, but now his second life is not really looking so hot. He's going to get glimpsed back. Buyback from Moose, though, trying to rejoin the engagement. The Thunderstrike, though, ends up doing enough damage. But now if you're Beast Coast, you may have overcommitted. Dark Mago gets taken down, so all of a sudden, K1, you're on the front line alone. They're trying to bring the supports over to help. Schofield can drop the Cogs, perhaps. That's not dropping the Cogs. He goes in. Now the Cogs will be deployed, but Moose just leaps out of it, and K1, do you really want to go back in? He's thinking about it, but decides against it pretty quickly. He will self-stun, though, but I don't know if they see him. DNM is now going to get the vision. Can he get the ensnare? Didn't have it. Still on cooldown for 1 second, and then the glitch.
But Manta showed off. Casual Dispel. Can't get onto him.
He's able to walk away. You know, it's a little bit of a defensive itemization after having already gotten your BKB, but just doesn't want to get himself caught. As speaking of caught, AB1, he goes for the D ward and he gets it, but now things get a little bit awkward. Static Storm's been deployed, Kits is in trouble, BKB not finished off yet, so he's dead, and the song, I mean, it comes out, but it's gonna be... Ooh, it's going to be defensive in nature. They're just trying to get themselves away. Moose uses all of his leap charges to avoid getting caught next to the enemy. 5RATFORCESTAFF, I believe they're going to get everyone out of here. Moose is hit by the Spirit Vessel. Oh, and now they've got the glimpse onto him, so he is going to get pulled back in. DNM, this is not where you want to be. Already used his song. Doesn't have magic immunity. He's going to try to fall back. Unstable Concoction, though, will hit him, and they're just diving into the base. DNM goes down, and 5RAT
have just as good vision and even better wards into the nighttime. And they see Sacred. They walk him going a straight line.
Shot, though. That's going to break this up. Schofield does eat the arrow as well. He might end up dying for this, but his teammates, I mean, they're already into the engagement. So, yeah, okay. Schofield goes down, but... Well, actually, I was going to say, what's the cost going to be? But right now, the cost is nothing. 5RAT are just dominating this fight. Dark Mako has to pop his BKB to run. That means Sacred is left in the middle of the fight, but he does get the time lapse off, and here comes K1, pushing his way forward. Speed and Kits both taken down. DNM now in some trouble. Doesn't have the song anymore. The Abyssal Stun is going to lock him down. They need to get this kill, and they do manage to get it. The Naga Siren will fall. No buyback available. And it was iffy for a long time just to make sure we get in the first place.
Yeah, and same push, same situation, minute on the Aegis, and they're going the long wrap around, and okay, Moose gets scouted, and then gets immediately picked off by Stinger. Just an immediate reaction. There is a buyback on the Mirana, but gotta make sure the rest of the lineup doesn't go out, and I don't even know if they're aware that the Shapeshift's been committed, but Speed wasn't able to connect with anything, and now that is really the back-breaking spell that they're going to be missing. He's only got another 10 seconds left, and then he's not a wolf.
Well, they're going to give it a go, but here comes Dark Mako onto the backline, looking to help out K1. They get the stuns down. They've got the Naga isolated. And DNM still doesn't have his money for buyback. He is out of the fight. He is 50 seconds down, and... Well, now they know. If they didn't know before, Speed comes in, no shapeshift. He's dead. AB1's dead. Kit's dropping low. Able to pop the snowball, but this is really not going to be enough to help him. He dies the second he comes...
Net worth. There's too many tanky heroes. They're not calling it, because why would you call it on elimination, but... At this point, they've got half of a team fight left. DNM's going to try his hardest here. And, oh, maybe if Dark Mako dies to the fountain. But, yeah, he's got the Ags. Last tier 4 is fallen. There's no glyph. If Beast Coast get this Ancient below half HP, it's probably just hidden. That's a hell of an ulti from Stinger. Blocks off everybody else. The song, he's trying everything, but don't know. Speed's got to kill everyone somehow here.
It's just not going to be enough. They're focusing the objective. The Ancient is still falling, so even if they are able to get in for a fight, they're not going to be able to stop this push. I mean, they're doing their best. They're doing everything in their power. It's just that's not enough. Speed goes down, Ancient will fall, and Beast Coast will be moving on to the next round.
Right.